What's up, ladies, gents, girls with lace fronts, dudes with kids? It's the one and only You Can't Clone Me Queen, baby. And before we get into this video, make sure you go down below to subscribe and join the queendom. And if you're already a part of this palace, hey y'all, hey. Now, as you already read the title down below, I'm going to be getting into episode 7 of Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition. So, with that being said, let's get into the video. So we ended off last episode with Vado and Tahiry being separated. Vado had to leave the house and Tahiry stayed in the house after the huge altercation that they had that went on for about 2 to 3 episodes on Marriage Boot Camp. And we also ended with a huge argument between Toni and Kurupt because of Kurupt's terrible drinking habit that he has, that he just cannot stop, and he keep justifying thinking it's okay to be drinking how he drinking and acting the way that he's acting, which it is not. So we kind of ended off with them arguing and then them going to sleep, and Toni saying that she was using Kurupt's phone for something, but boo, we knew you were checking his phone. And she went into his call log and basically seen he was talking to some girl that he considers his artist. But from what Toni tells us, it's an artist that he had coming to his hotels at certain times of the night, and we still say that he was cheating on her with that girl, and they did sexual things to each other. But Kurupt don't want to admit it. So that's what we left off with episode 6. Now, coming into episode 7, we get into Hazel E and Devon basically having issues again with Hazel E's pregnancy. So she said she's having like internal bleeding, and it's just like a real serious thing. So she has to go to the hospital again. So while they going to the hospital, we got Dr. Ish going to check on Vado, and who's at a hotel right now, and then we have Judge Tolo going to check in on Tahiry, who's at the house. Now, Dr. Ish is talking to Vado, and he brings up something that may not be important to most people or entertaining to most people, but to me, I thought it was kind of interesting that his name stood for violence and drugs only. I just thought that was so interesting because he's in a situation or in a problem that deals with domestic abuse. But yeah, Dr. Ish is talking to Vado, seeing where his head is at and how are they going to move forward from this point on. And Dr. Judge is talking to Tahiry, and I just want to say, and I just want to point out that I really dislike how everyone is making it seem, not so much making it seem, but I just dislike that everyone keeps telling Tahiry that she did nothing wrong to get the reaction out of Vado that she did get from him. Now granted, Vado had no right to put his hands on her at all, point blank period. We know that. We understand that. We've talked about it. It's been a big thing. It's been a great discussion and topic. He was dead as wrong. Yes. But she was wrong as well. So we can't keep making it seem like none of the actions or nothing that she did was a problem, because it was indeed a problem. Like, she got as physical as he did. It wasn't as drastic, but it was wrong, and somebody needs to be there to let her know that, because she's still gonna always act that way. She's still gonna always act out of anger too, because at the end of the day, that's what it was. She acted out of anger just as he did. He's a man, and it was just worse on his part. I just really dislike that, and I had to get that off my chest. And Tahiry knew she was wrong too, because when it was time for Just to ask her, do she think that Vado should come back to the house, or would she feel comfortable with Vado coming back to the house, she said yes with a quickness, like it was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So she knew she was wrong, and also they not together for real, so I don't really think she's taking it as serious as everybody else is, because it is a serious situation. But I feel like because they on this show and they acting and they not really together, she not thinking how serious this situation really is, because if they was together for real, she would be taking it for real, and ain't no overnight hotel stay was gonna make me want to be around a man who just choked me out. There's no way, no, it just wouldn't have happened. But she was like, oh yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, it was like one of those. So before the couples get their new assignment and exercise for the day, we get into Toni and Kurupt having a full-on blowout on each other, which we all kind of know. This is stemming from the last episode where she went in and checked on his phone and seen he was talking to a girl. Now, while they are arguing, they both are insinuating that, okay, well, basically, we don't need to be together. Like, this a wrap. Me and you, this over. This relationship is over. It's a wrap. It's done. Cutthroat. All this we doing is pointless at this point. Now, granted, I do think they should be over, but I don't think it will happen, honestly. I honestly don't think it will. Now, this is the most important part to me of the whole episode, because I think this kind of changes the energy for Kurupt, and his energy is going to change a lot of energies. But basically, Dr. Ish is letting them know, like, he's going to take out all the alcohol that's in the house because Kurupt keeps drinking, and his drinking is just not healthy. We know this is not healthy. So of course Kurupt is angry. He like, well, I'm not a child. Like, y'all don't need to take this away from me. Like, this is not making sense. At this point, Kurupt heard that and he ready to bail out right then and there. But of course, he don't really say nothing or feel no type of way. But he's saying it, but not really saying it. Like, it shows all on his face. But this is to help him function and focus on the last 3 days that they have in the house, to better not only themselves, but the relationship that they're trying to work on and build on. So once Dr. Ish tells them that, it's time for them to find out what their exercise is going to be for the day. So they all have to go into a box where truth and dare papers are flying around, and whichever one they choose, they have to do or they have to answer and say. So this is going to be really fun and really entertaining, I think. So when they started, Shanda went first, and she had to do a dare that involves her, just being cute, being sexy in the waterfall. She really had to, like, go in kind of like with no pants on, but she kept her pants on. And at first, Willie was feeling some type of way, but then he let it be. But from that, it was kind of like a good energy. It was good vibes. They was having a good time. Everybody was just enjoying themselves. You even had Phaedra participating, having a good time. Even though she always participated, but this was just like, it was just the energy, the dynamic of everything was really good. Other than Kurupt and Toni and they mad situations. Granted, well, Toni was participating. She was having a good time. It was Kurupt in a corner somewhere. Chubble in his own little world. Who knows? But it was just a good interactions with everybody. So once that was over and the group went on to their break, we seen Hazel E and Devon come back. Now y'all, during that whole scene of them and that whole time of them doing that truth or dare stuff, I forgot all about Hazel E and Devon. I forgot them. They was even on the show. But when they do come back, we find out that Hazel E had a miscarriage. That she didn't know that's what was her problem and why she had to keep going to the hospital. Now the couple don't know the sad news about Hazel E yet, but we got Kurupt downstairs causing a whole ruckus, child, per usual. And that's because he feels some type of way that he can't drink and that Toni has a problem with him drinking. My thing is, Kurupt has a really, really, really bad problem with taking responsibility and taking accountability for his actions. And it's like, I just always feel like I'm so repetitive about this because I feel like I say this every episode or every recap, because I just think that's what it is and that's the truth, and it shows every episode. And at this point, I'm just tired and I'm just aggravated of saying the same thing, and I'm starting to feel how Toni feel, and I'm not even in a relationship. Like, I'm just watching 10 days of it. And damn, I'm stressed out my damn self. Like, Kurupt, that's aggravating. You know how aggravating it is for somebody to not understand the situations that one, they're putting themselves in and they putting you in, and how it's just so draining and drawn out, and it's just too much. Like, nobody wants to deal with it. I'm not even gonna say nobody wants to deal with it, because Toni clearly dealing with it like a fool, the biggest one at this point, because that's what she looked like. But I get it. She wants to help him. She wants the best for him. But at the end of the day, you can't want the best for somebody if they don't want the best for themselves. And that's just what it is. It's nothing more to it. And speaking of accepting accountability and responsibilities, that brings me back to Vado. Another one on the same path, just in a different way. Vado and Tahiry must be had some type of conversation through text message, since they not in the same house. And Tahiry said he basically apologized. He really did feel bad for what he did, but within apologize, he had a lot of buts. Like, you know, them, but you did this, but I did this because you did that. Like, it was a lot of those. She didn't even have to say that that's what it was, and I knew that's what it was, because that's just how he acts. That's just how he feels. That every time you have a conversation with him, or somebody have a conversation with him, that is what he puts out. Like, he never takes our favorite word, accountability of, no type of accountability of what he did. Because you was wrong. No matter if she did disrespect you, you was wrong. So just leave it as that. Like, I apologize. I'm sorry for putting my hands on you. That's it. That's all it takes. Because you were wrong. You were wrong. You were. So now Dr. Ish has called the couples back to the own room so they can kind of finish off the rest of the day. And the ending exercise deals with puppet therapy. Now, this will allow everyone to talk through the emotional tough experiences that they've gone through, like sex and intimacy, which basically will be their main focus, or what they've been focusing on this entire day. Anyways, now I'm going to say, in the beginning, everything was going fine. Everything was going well. Everybody was doing their part. Like I said, like, it just went all good energy, except with Kurupt and Toni, mainly Kurupt. Now, in the beginning, it was good for them as well, and they both was cooperating until Dr. Ish asked some serious questions to Toni, and Kurupt thought it was a joke, and he kept laughing. Like, he just, everything Toni was saying, he was finding funny. And now, mind you, Toni is still upset. She's still angry about that call log and the messages he was sending to that girl. So the fact that he laughing at the things that she's saying, and the things that she's saying he needs to be taken in so they can better their relationship, he laughing. Like, I could see how she got angry. Like, I mean, she was angry, y'all. Like, you know that type of anger, like, that turns you red, turns you blue, turns you green, turns you orange, turn you any color in any crayon block, whatever, because you're just that mad. Like, eyes bloodshot red because you heated, like, because you know you want to do something. Like, you feel like you want to hurt him. You don't feel like it. You about to. Like, you this close. I'm about to hurt him. But you also know better, so it's like, damn, I can't even really hurt you for real. Like, I can't even do it. So now I gotta cry and look stupid because I want to really rock your shit. Like, that's how she was crying. So while she crying, she also walking up on Kurupt. And she knows she want to hit him, but I don't think she really would. Toni knew better. But like I said, when you get to a certain point of anger, you don't know how you gonna react. Like Vado, he know how he's gonna react. Toni don't know how she gonna react, but she walking up on him. So Dr. Ish immediately intervenes and separates the two and takes Toni out of the room. So the group starts talking to Kurupt because he is calling Toni nuts, making it seem like she the crazy one. He was the one laughing at her during a serious moment, and she the nuts. She's the crazy one, right? I don't know. Dr. Ish is sitting down and talking to Toni alone, and she lets him know that she has to leave. Like, she just has to leave the program. She has to leave the house because Kurupt is just not worth it. Like, he's not worth nothing at this point, and that's just how she feel. And on top of that, he is verbally and mentally abusive to her. She is now realizing that she can't fix him and that he will not change for her. So she got to move on, which is understandable. Move on, which we've been saying from the beginning. But I feel like Toni, at this point, you all talk, and that's why he keep treating you the way he's treating you, or not taking you serious, because you don't even take yourself serious at this point, because you should have been gone. So Dr. Ish comes back to the group after speaking to Toni alone, so him and Judge Toller can evaluate the group for today's activity and just end off everything. So Judge Toller starts evaluating everyone, and she starts with Shanda and Willie, and she basically lets them know that she sees tremendous progress with them, and she's just so happy that they're doing well, which we kind of all see, like, they're doing good. But you can tell Willie and Shanda, they want to be together. It's just like Willie is just a cheater, but Shanda love his cheating ass. So what can we do? What can we say? Really nothing. But I'm glad they're working on it, and I'm glad Willie is taking everything serious, and he do want to be better for his woman. Took him 15-20 years, but you're here. We're happy. Okay, we applaud you, even though it's what you should already be doing because you're a married man. But there's need to hear it though. She then jumps for joy for Phaedra and Medina, mainly Phaedra, because she was so happy that Phaedra actually participated and enjoyed and took in everything that Medina was giving her, like kissing on her feet and eating whipped cream off her feet, and that turned Miss Phaedra on, baby. And everybody was so happy, and Judge Toller was just saying, like, yes, like, we see something from y'all, like, it's not awkward, it's not weird, like, that was real, and I'm happy for y'all. So that was good. Then the judge tells Tahiry that she needs to look into another pun of man selection, because she knows what she wants and expects from a man. She just have to know how to seek it correctly, because she deserves better than what she's getting from everybody that she's been with. Like, it seems like every time Tahiry was with somebody, they not taking her serious, or she not taking herself serious, because she keep ending up with these trash men. Judge Toller then tells Toni that the girl that Kurupt has been sleeping with owns Toni, because she's always in Toni's head getting her upset. But Toni is basically like, it's more than the girl being with Kurupt being with the girl or sleeping with a girl. It's Kurupt, really, like, all his lying, he can't be truthful, like, it's just terrible, and I think it's just weighing down on her, and that's how she felt. Like, she get where the judge is coming from, but she also don't, because it's like, no, that's not it. She's not it. She's not the problem. It's him. He the problem. She just an added on. She just an add-on that I have to keep dealing with. So once Judge Toller is done with the end of the day evaluation, everybody disperse and go their separate ways per usual. It's the end of the night. Either you finna go to bed, you finna talk. Y'all, they gonna do whatever they do. So Kurupt, Shanda, and Tahiry all go to the side, and they just all start talking like how they always do. And Tahiry starts telling Kurupt that it's a better way for him to vent, other than just going off how he always do and starting to talk to Toni how he always talk with all the issues that they have. So while they talking, Toni overhears everything, so she comes outside to, put her input in, have her rebuttal, because she just don't like Kurupt lying on her name, especially on her name. If you gonna lie, but don't lie on my name. So she just come in and say her little piece. Now when she come in, she's not angry, she's not anything. She just coming to, just talk, have a conversation. Like, we're gonna have a conversation. I hear you, like, and it's about me. I'm gonna come in, I want to say something. But she wasn't mean or she wasn't nothing. She just came and spoke. So when Kurupt seen her, of course he just walked away, and then they both start arguing again. Like, I'm just like, yeah. I'm over them two. I'm honestly over everybody, but them two, that shit is too much. Damn. So now that they arguing, Kurupt then says that they both have an understanding that they don't want to be with each other no more. And Toni started getting extra upset and extra riled up again, because Kurupt starts laughing. Now, when she gets upset about the laughing thing again, I kind of get confused. I don't know if it was because he really didn't laugh, or it's because of how they edited the show, because I ain't really see him laughing, but he could have been laughing, because you know how sometimes they edit the show, you can't really tell. So he probably was laughing because she was getting too upset for him not to be laughing for real. So he laughed for real, but the way they edited it, it don't look like he was laughing. But she was hot. So now that she mad all over again, security has to now come in to intervene, because everybody just think Toni for the rock him. Like, really just knock him clean out. She's so mad. But Kurupt walks away and Toni just stays outside to kind of cool off. Then we see Kurupt off in the room speaking to someone about Toni, basically saying that Toni is a terrible person. She has a bad attitude and nothing good has come out of them being at the program. It seems like everything is getting worse and worse. And everything is just Toni fault. And Toni this and Toni that. And I'm scared being here. I gotta leave. I don't feel safe. I don't feel protected. Y'all need to get me out of this place right mother effing now. Y'all need to get me out. Child, he is going off. He doing all that, trying to make it seem like Toni is just this terrible, horrible person. Like, she's just the devil at this point. And if he stays any longer, he ain't gonna be able to handle it. Now, we all know Toni ain't that bad. Toni got a bad attitude, yes. A terrible attitude that can probably make some people go crazy. But she has good reasons. She has good reason why she has an attitude. But the way Kurupt made it seem like, no, Kurupt, she's not the problem. You want to leave that house because you don't have no alcohol. If we really gonna talk about it, let's really talk about it. That's why you want to leave that house. You want to go somewhere where you is free and able to get to the corner store, the liquor store real quick to get you a little because that's what you want. That's why you want out that house. Toni ain't make you go that crazy now. Please. I don't know who you think you fooling. So everybody here Kurupt going crazy, but I think everybody know what's real and what ain't. So nobody, at first they was giving him some attention, but eventually they kind of go on about they night and go to their rooms. And then we see Phaedra and Medina trying to get it on. At least they thought, which I didn't really think they was gonna get it on anyways. That was fake. Medina gonna try to put a towel over the camera like to make it seem like they for really getting into their business. Please, who y'all two think y'all fooling? Y'all ain't about to do nothing. Just cause Medina, you licked some damn whipped cream off her feet, and she said, "Ooh," don't mean y'all really for to do anything. Please. I don't know who these people is really trying to keep fooling us. Like, this ain't that. We is not fools. Now, granted, some people is fools. They gonna believe y'all really get together, but come on. You can only fool a fool, and ain't no fool. Boo. So, they thought they was about to get it on, child, but little do they know. Miss Toni had to get some things off her chest. She had to get off her chest, so why not come to Medina and Phaedra room, because they're not doing anything right. Their door is always open because it's just Medina and Phaedra. They just laid up in the bed, probably reading a book or something. One probably reading a book, the other probably taking a nap, the other probably in their phone. But they ain't doing nothing that's gonna not have them let me express myself to them. So that's why Toni went to their room and just started talking. And yeah, we kind of ended off the episode there with Toni expressing herself to Phaedra and them, and Kurupt outside going ballistic, going crazy because he want out of the house so bad because Toni is just this crazy demonic person, which we know she really not. That damn alcohol is, and it's driving him crazy and it's driving him insane. So yeah, that's what we in. Listen, y'all, don't ever get to a point that you is what Kurupt is at, because that shit is not healthy, man. Like, excuse my cursing, but it's just not healthy at all. Like, look how he's acting. Who would want to act like that? Who would want to put themselves in a position like that? Especially when if like they always say, it's affecting his kids, him seeing his grandkids. Like, it's just so much common with them demons, them alcohol demons, because they are real. So with that being said, let me know how you felt about this episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Just lay it all out in the comment section, okay, baby? Also, make sure you like this video. Thumbs up. And last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the Queen of Baby. Bye.